Welcome to the Lose Weight, Live Life podcast. If you're a female professional or entrepreneur who would do anything to lose weight, yet finds it impossible to stick to a diet, to eat less, or just what you think you should, this podcast is for you. I am your host, certified life and weight coach, Claire McKenzie. Listen in to learn how to stop overeating, lose weight for the last time, and create a relationship with food and yourself that you love, all without diet deprivation and self-sabotage. Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to episode number 36. So today I'm talking to you about the gift of giving yourself 12 months weight loss coaching support. I'm going to be talking about this in the context of the next Lose Weight, Live Life Mastermind, which is the small group coaching program that I run. But know that you can also apply and consider much of what I talk about here in alignment with being a part of the Lose Weight, Live Life Academy, my membership program, or even if you're doing this work on your own, you can consider what I'm talking about today as you go about listening and applying the work from these podcast episodes to your life. As a weight loss coach who has been morbidly obese and hated herself for failing at weight loss on numerous occasions, I am desperate to help as many of you as possible. Those of you who relate to the times when I was ashamed of my size and my ability to lose weight, I want you to know that you don't need to suffer. It's possible to figure it all out and create a different life outcome. Even though I was a size that was uncomfortable and unhealthy with exacerbated asthma and achy joints, it was the emotional discomfort that was the most painful for me to bear. It was the constant frustration I felt with myself and with the repeated sort of hope found and then lost as I tried different diets and different approaches. All of this that took its greatest toll. I don't want anyone else to feel like I did. It's such a waste of a way to spend the precious days, weeks and months of your life that you will never get back. And it's why I created a weight loss program that addresses your relationship with food and yourself and your life so that you can lose your weight for the last time. I see this all-encompassing approach as the best way to help you give yourself what you want for you, which is likely to be something akin to being in the best physical and emotional well-being shape that you can be in so that you can enjoy living your best life. And I also sometimes wonder if I'm overcomplicating things or making it harder for me to help you. I've never been very good at doing things in half measures. It doesn't sit right with me to only focus on your relationship with food when I know how much of it is affected by your thoughts about yourself and your thoughts about your life. And so today I want to sell you on giving yourself the gift of 12 months to learn and practice everything that I want to share with you. You may know that I run a small group coaching program that I call the Lose Weight, Live Life Mastermind. Every program that I run is different because each time I have the opportunity to learn so much and have feedback and make improvements. I just completed a 6-month program and 3/4 of the ladies working with me are opting to continue working with me in some way to help them continue with working on themselves because they want to. They've seen the amazing progress they've made, and they also see that they're updating or rewiring maybe 4 or 5 decades worth of food and self-conditioning and thinking that's not useful to them, and they want to continue doing that. They want to continue to evolve their thinking and their feeling capabilities and their decision making and learning how to love and appreciate themselves even more. It's for this reason that I've decided my next mastermind will be a 12-month program, and I thought I would take the opportunity to share with you what transformation you might expect from 12 months of you working on yourself. And as you might expect, there are different layers of transformation when you are all in and when you're focused on investing in yourself for an extended period of time. Now, I'm going to talk about those layers here on this podcast today. And I've split them up into 3 layers, and I am envisaging a sandwich, and I'm going to work backwards and to talk about the last transformation, the bottom layer of the sandwich first. The last transformation you can expect from joining a 12-month small group weight loss program where you focus on creating a relationship with food, yourself and your life that you love is massively improved physical and emotional well-being. Now, this, I think, is the transformation that most people want when they commit. They want to feel better. For many people, that is physically. They want to have more energy, less achy joints, improved cholesterol, reduced risk of type 2 diabetes, feel more flexible, all of the things. For others, it's more about the emotional well-being. It's about not having the judgment and shame. It's about releasing their thoughts about what others think of them, feeling capable of eating how they want to eat, all of those things. And all of these things are life-changing and transformational and worth so much to people. And yet they are only the bottom layer of the sandwich. And yes, I realise when I'm encouraging people to cut back on refined carbs, that referring to the benefits as a sandwich is a little ironic. But let's just go with it. Okay, now let's look at the middle layer, the filling. When you join a small group coaching program for 12 months, you're going to become a different person. And yet, of course, you will also be the same person. I used to think that to become the person I wanted to be, I had to be some sort of perfect person that always did everything they said they would, always ate healthy meals, always had a tidy house, organised their time well, didn't forget friends' birthdays. I had all of these list of conditions of what I would be like when I was being the person that I wanted to be. And that is really not what I'm referring to when I talk to you about becoming a different person. I'm not suggesting you're going to learn how to love exercise, always prepare meals from scratch, never eat more than your fair share of the box of chocolates, all of those things. I'm talking about you learning a set of skills that you're not even aware of yet. These skills are things like overcoming your limiting beliefs and discovering thoughts you're blind to, learning how to feel emotional discomfort and processing emotion, reframing thoughts that hinder you, letting go of self-judgment, increasing self-confidence, learning how to be self-reliant, making better decisions, and always having your own back. This is the middle layer of this sandwich that I'm talking about. This is the layer where you become the person you always wanted to be through becoming an expert in evolutionary life skills that will enable you to thrive and live an even more amazing and wonderful life. And so I just want to say a few words about each of these because for some of you, especially if you're new to the podcast, they're going to be concepts and tools that aren't going to mean very much to you. So number one, I'm sort of thinking about overcoming your limiting beliefs and discovering the thoughts you're blind to. So many of you have beliefs that feel like truths to you, because we all do, that are making your weight loss journey more difficult. Beliefs like I should be able to eat like a normal person, or I just don't have what it takes to lose weight. Or even thoughts like, no matter what I eat, the weight won't shift, or I just can't control myself. I can't control what I eat. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of thoughts or beliefs that so many of you share and you're not even aware of them. One of the biggest values of having a coach is that you have someone to shine a light on these thoughts, these beliefs that you cannot see. Just like a fish is unaware of the water in which it swims, we are blind to these thoughts and beliefs that we've taken for granted all of our life. They just are the truth to us. Uncovering these beliefs and learning how to let them go or replace them with more useful beliefs will make a phenomenal difference. I stepped away from many beliefs on my weight loss journey. Some of the most difficult to overcome were my beliefs around not having enough time or capacity in my life to focus on me. When you are able to uncover your limiting beliefs and discover the thoughts that you're blind to, it's going to make a whole world of difference. Number two, the skill of learning how to feel emotional discomfort and processing emotions are golden nuggets that will not only change your relationship with food, but also your life. Once you learn how to do this, you will be free to create so much more of what you want in all areas of your life. And it's a skill that takes practice in the same way. The only way to learn to surf is to practice surfing. You can't read how to do it. You can't learn how to do it without practicing. You must learn by doing and failing. If this is the only thing, if you spend 12 months learning the skills of how to feel emotional discomfort and processing your emotions, you will absolutely transform yourself and your life. Number three, it's all about reframing thoughts that hinder you. It can be tricky to let go of thoughts you believe, even when you see how they're making things more difficult or resulting in you feeling rubbish. Most of you will feel stuck when you start doing this. And just like the skill of learning to feel, you're going to want some help with it. The reframing of your thoughts over 12 months will take place at many different levels, just like everything else. You will notice, obviously, reframing of the thoughts that you have around food, what you want, what you don't want, how hungry you are, the reframing of your whole diet mindset, all of that sort of good and bad and naughty and treats and that whole dialogue and language we have around food and dieting. And then there's learning to reframe many thoughts about yourself, about you not being good enough, about you always having too much to do, like I did, about you maybe not being capable, all of the things. The great thing about working with a small group of like-minded women when you do this work is that you also get to piggyback off the work that they do on themselves. Sometimes it's easier to see how to change or shift your thinking when you're watching other people go through the process than it is when you're in it yourself. Number 4 is I want to talk about letting go of self-judgment and increasing self-confidence. Again, changing how you think and feel about yourself doesn't happen overnight when you've been thinking and feeling a certain way for decades. You first need to learn how to be aware of your default thoughts, and they may be partially subconscious. And then you're going to want to observe them and understand them and make peace with them. And then you can start to see the evidence for upgrading them. And the more evidence you find, the more you will shift into feeling less judgmental about yourself and more self-confident about yourself. The more you will see the results reflected back to you, the more evidence you then have to take the next step forward and again build up your self-acceptance, your self-love and your self-worth. Number 5 is about how to make decisions that serve you. Again, a skill that you get the opportunity to practice multiple times a day. A skill that you may find yourself thinking should be so simple and yet feels anything but. A skill that once you master it, if you like, certified in managing your multiple brains and decision-making processes to eat the way that you want to eat to be healthy and lose weight, you then can apply to any area of your life. You get to use that same set of skills that you've used to transform your relationship with food, to transform your work, your relationships with your partner, your relationships with your children, how you think about money, how you think about your home and managing your home, projects that you want to do, hobbies, whatever you desire. And so that's this juicy middle layer of the sandwich that I wanted to talk to you about. And then I want to talk about the first layer of transformation. Remember, I was working backwards, so I'm visualizing this sandwich where we had, starting at the bottom, the layer of the sort of the outcome or the results of the improved physical and emotional well-being. Then we had the middle layer, which is all of those life skills that I just talked you through that no one will ever have probably spoken to you about in your life before, but they're going to be absolutely life-changing. And now the top layer, the first layer, is the transformation that takes place when you decide you matter enough to give yourself the gift of these 12 months. When you decide to believe in yourself, even though you're terrorized by the fear that you will mess up or fail, because of course we all doubt ourselves. When you stop telling yourself that you should be able to figure this out on your own, because you understand that you need to learn the skills and have the support to override thousands of years of primary programming of biology and evolution. It's no small feat. The growth that comes from making the commitment to yourself for 12 months is life-changing, as is the transformation that comes from choosing what I call emotional wealth over physical wealth, when you decide to invest in creating emotional wealth from within you instead of looking for physical wealth to give you emotional happiness. Because happiness that comes from having things will only ever be fleeting until you are emotionally wealthy first. In addition to these 3 layers of transformation, you can expect that when you commit to a small group weight loss coaching program for a year, you can look forward to creating amazing connections and friendships with other ladies as you share your weight loss journey and self-discovery journeys. So that's what I want to leave you with today. I really want to invite you to apply for the next Lose Weight, Live Life Mastermind, which I said is my small group coaching program. You can check out all of the details at thebestyou.coach/mastermind. There are a few different day and time options. There's payment plans. You can also schedule a call to chat with me if you would like to about what you're specifically looking to achieve. And if you've got questions about that, I will drop a link in the show notes on my website on this episode so that you can schedule that call directly on my calendar. The closing date for applications is Thursday, the 22nd of April, or earlier if all of the places are allocated before then. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Have an amazing week. Take care, and I will speak to you next time. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast and are ready to live a more intentional life, lose weight as a part of that journey, and create a relationship with food and yourself that you love, then I would be honoured to be your coach. There are 2 ways that you can work with me. You can join my monthly membership program, My One Life Academy, that gives you self-paced learning, supported by twice weekly live calls and a whole lot more. Or you can join the waiting list for my next 6-month Lose Weight, Live Life group coaching mastermind intensive. Go to www.thebestyou.coach/coaching to find out all the details.